Hi guys, so we are seated in the Lasuban built Model 1. Yes, so this is Uganda's #1 first locally assembled by Ugandan electric small tiny hatchback. So the Lasuban 1 will take 4 people, driver, passenger, and 2 passengers in the rear. And the horn doesn't work when when the key is out, and then of course even the driver indicators don't work when they. That's interesting. So we have got a chance to come and talk to the manufacturer or assembler of this car, and it's a very interesting bit. We're going to have an interview, and then we'll also get a chance to drive this car on the road with him. He'll drive us, and then I'll drive him as well. It's interesting, so I look forward to the journey. So come with me and let's have this conversation together.
We talk the truth or just a brand for car lovers across the land.
My car journey did not start with a love of speed or shine. It started with frustration. I watched local brokers manipulate buyers. I saw mechanics cut corners. People paying too much for too little.
Why you know want to see?
Paso, Vitiz, Sienta, Spazio.
And I could not stand by while our car happiness was stolen from us. That's what lit the fire in me. I wanted to change the narrative, one ride at a time, to make sure everyone could get a decent car at a fair price, to do the inspections others skip, to share real, honest reviews, to give people the knowledge they need to make better choices. Because for me, it's not about the horsepower. It's not about the shine. It's simply for the love of cars. This show is not just about cars. It is about our cars. It is about our journeys. It's about our love of the ride. Welcome to For the Love of Cars.
If you're feeling good, for the love of cars, Uganda. On the streets, the story's right. All the new, they shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale. Village ride to city.
Right, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, in this episode, we have a very special guest. This gentleman is called Jerry. He made a car. You see it behind us. And now, when you see it in the camera, it's just a car. But for us that are here, it's amazing. It's more than a car. You're welcome to For the Love of Cars.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
How are you, Jerry?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Tell these people who you are.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that these guys have seen you on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But all they have seen is you talking about the car.
Yeah.
Let's start with you talking about yourself.
All right. Cool. Thanks. My name is Jerry Etolu. I'm a Ugandan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stay in Chaliwajala. That's where I stay. That's where you found me.
Yeah. That's why the car has made in Chaliwajala.
Yeah. That's why the car has made in Chaliwajala.
Yeah.
So that's who I am. My education, my background is in mechanical engineering.
So you're a mechanical engineer.
Yeah. That's really my background. Yeah. And so that's who I am really.
Yeah. So okay, now I think I get how you end up with the car, but what inspired you to say, let me build a car? Because I see you have another car at home, the one you drive.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to say, you know what, let me build a car?
Okay, so what inspired me to build a car is really, I think from childhood I've always been building cars, starting with the wire.
The wire, yes.
The wire cars. So I used to build a lot of those. Then when I graduated to now the plastic Chinese toy cars.
Yes.
So I was always doing lots of things with
Yes.
them, tweaking them up, cutting them. You know, if I get a car that is maybe an SUV, I'll try and cut it up and say, oh, can I design it, you know, into
In a different way.
Yeah, to make maybe a pickup, for
Yeah.
example, right? So that's how, and I've always wanted to build cars, right? Yeah, so I think when I had the opportunity and the ability,
Yes.
yeah, I'm like, okay, let me do this thing. Yeah.
So let's just go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Like when I hear mechanical engineering,
Yeah.
are you a mechanic?
No, not necessarily.
So why are you a mechanical engineer when you're not a mechanic?
Okay.
Yeah.
So my background in mechanical engineering was more to do with manufacturing. I majored in manufacturing. And now the funniest thing is that I actually wanted to do automotive engineering, something to
Yes.
do with cars, right?
Yes, yes.
And then I could say I was misguided by one of my friends, and I ended up in manufacturing, right? Yes,
yeah.
and so when I did manufacturing, I actually, because manufacturing has to do a lot with industry and all that, and then I could not see myself sitting in an industry watching over machines and all that. So
Yeah.
that was my idea of what manufacturing mechanical engineers do, right?
Yes, yes,
I could see them on seated on a screen, you know, watching over boilers and watching
Yeah.
over all those things,
Yeah.
maybe at Kakira,
Yes.
you know, maybe at a steel mill, and you're looking at all these things. So I found that as a very boring profession and
Yes.
field, right? So yes, I did it and I got the papers out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, from Chambogo. But then I ended up, so I actually never even go to practice. I've never been to a single factory, not even once.
So what do you do?
So I started now, so most of my practice was
Yes.
in electrical. So at one point I worked for a company that does electrical installations, lines and
Yeah.
all that, right? So I got a little bit of knowledge in
Yes.
there. Then, so I spent some good time in there. Yes, and then, so so now where the car thing starts now to develop is that at one point I bought a very old Vitz. It was a very nice car, right?
Yes.
And then it would get spoiled, and then I would start tinkering with things, right? So that's the beauty of buying an old car, is that you find that you can tinker with things there. You know, the window fails to work, and then you open it up, you start studying how the mechanism works, and then you
Yes.
fix it. Sometimes you spoil, but sometimes it works.
Yeah.
And then I started doing a lot of things, and then at one point, its engine got an issue,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And then the first time I called some guys, they came and, you know, fixed it. Then the next time it got an issue, I'm like, but I can fix this thing.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Like a
Yeah.
mechanical engineer calling someone to fix their car.
Yeah. So that's where most of my tinkering around, you know, the car started working on the suspension. You know, when
Yes.
the suspension would get an issue, I could take up parts, and then there was a time when it really got, so I wanted to like overhaul the entire engine, right? So it was seated at home, so I went, because the first time I saw how guys, so when you're at school, the thing you see is when you see all these machines, you know,
Yeah.
you see all these lifts and all those machines that are at school,
Yeah.
you find that you kind of get intimidated. Then when you go to the outside mechanic, you find that these guys don't have these things.
Yeah,
right?
they
have a
actually don't.
small toolbox like this, and that one toolbox can fix so different cars, and that's the beauty with the Toyota, right? And so I started buying one tool at a time, until now I had a set of tools. And then after that, one of those days, I just decided I'm going to take out the thing, right? And
You
because
took out
it's-
the engine.
I took out the engine, and because it's a small engine,
Yeah.
after you've dismantled a lot of things, it's actually light, you can lift it out on your own.
Yes.
So I pulled it out, dismantled the entire engine. Of course, now I had to go into lots of manuals and all that, you know,
Yes.
just reading how to.
And you're
then-
good with reading manuals, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm really good at. I don't like reading them, yeah. But for
Is it
because
Ugandans don't like to read?
no, not really. I've met
Yeah.
so many Ugandans who are bookworms, like who can read from. And so after that, you know, I fixed the thing.
Yes.
put it back into the car, and it worked, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so for me, that was an exciting part. So I think that's the thing that started now.
Yeah.
This whole desire in there. And so that's how now I start tinkering with cars. But again, at work, I'll still work for mostly companies that are really electrical oriented, right?
Yes.
Until where I work right now, and that is Gogo Electric, right? So,
What do you do at Google Electric?
so there I'm the production manager.
Google has a company here.
No, Gogo.
Gogo.
Yeah, so the guys who make electric bikes.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I know
now
that.
that's where now this whole thing of electric now started
Yes.
building up from
Yes,
and all
yeah.
that. And because of the experiences I got from there, so it taught me a lot of things. I'm still there though. So we back in the day, we used to do a lot of things. You know, we
Yes.
used to build tractors, you know, and take them in the north
Yes.
to do plowing. We built four-wheel tractors. That's where I learned how to fabricate, you know,
and put things
weld,
together.
yes,
Yeah.
put things together really nicely and all that. And that's where the whole idea of actually assembling a car actually really came to mind, right? Yeah, so I could say that now that's where the whole journey starts
Yeah.
from.
So in building this car, did you see yourself solving a problem?
Yes, to some extent, right?
What was that problem?
And so at one point, there's a time I didn't have money, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so I would park the car at home for
yes.
quite some time, you know, and the car was only like a weekend car.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
you drive you drive only over the weekend because you cannot sustain the
fuel
daily
costs, yeah.
fuel costs.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I would take a motorbike or something of that kind. So now I started thinking about cheaper means of moving, and then because we have electric bikes and you see the savings that they make, so I'm like, it would be nice to get like a small tiny car,
Yes, yeah.
that is electric. And so I remember I went and so at first it wasn't really a small tiny car. I just wanted an electric car, right? Then I remember I checked online for maybe a used Nissan Leaf, right?
Yeah.
So I saw, the prices in Japan are kind of like favorable. So I'm like, okay, if I can bring it to Uganda, and then after that I clear off the taxes slowly, right? Until
In installments.
Yeah, until you know when it is in the bond, you know, I make the money to clear the taxes. So my idea was like, get a small, like maybe Nissan Leaf, a used Nissan Leaf. I didn't care. I'm like, it's even if it has only 60-kilometer range, you know.
Yeah, even if the battery is almost
Yes,
dead, yeah.
it's almost dead. The thing that I'm driving an electric car.
I've been
right?
telling these people.
So I was shocked that, so when I started asking around, so everyone was saying, all the shipping lines were like, no, we do not actually ship used electric cars, right? Yeah, so why? Because of the safety around it, the battery and all that. So that was a dead end.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so I like basically gave up on the whole idea, right? And then one of those days, so going back to the whole thing of, because what drove me really was just cheaper mobility.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so one of those days, as browsing through, I think as looking through, I was on YouTube, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then I see there was a guy who was reviewing cars similar to this one here, red in color on YouTube, right? Some American guy, and you know how, and the guy is big, he's tall, and this guy would fit in this car. And so I saw that, and then I actually found that actually there are so many of them, right? There were pickups. I saw Donuts was reviewing. Supercar Blondie was reviewing, you know, some of those cars. I'm like, and they're saying this is a $2,000 car. I'm like, okay, if this is a $2,000 car to an American, so
Yeah.
I know Americans, their prices are normally exaggerated. Everything is exaggerated. So I thought, okay, this thing might be at a, so now that's where I start searching, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, so my whole idea was just buy a tiny car, right? So, and then as I'm searching one of those days, I think now I've gone all beyond what you had asked for.
No problem, no problem.
So
Bring it on.
as I was searching,
Yeah.
and then I landed on CKD, you know, what complete knockdown. Okay, it was just abbreviated.
Yeah.
A small. I saw not necessarily this car,
Yes.
but small cars, right? And what was written on them was CKD, right? And where I come from, right? That's exciting because that was even more exciting because CKD means complete knockdown, right?
Yes, yeah.
So when we bring in motorcycles, right? When we
Yes.
import motorcycles,
Yes,
right?
they're in parts.
They're completely broken down parts,
Yeah.
right? So that's what they call a complete knockdown, right? And so I'm like, oh, so it's possible for you to actually get a car
That is like a motorcycle.
that's like a motorcycle. So I thought that was so exciting, right?
Yes.
That I've always wanted to build a car, right?
Yeah.
And so for me in my head it was like, okay, so it's going to come, you know, like the way what I expected was actually what you call SKD, right?
Yeah.
Semi knockdown, right? That was what was in my head, right? So I just thought that, okay, so this car is probably going to come in and the frame is done, everything is kind of like done, and so all I have to do is like attach a few parts together
and start moving.
and start moving. Yeah.
The way they do with tuk-tuks and motorcycles.
Yeah, that was what
Yeah.
I expected to get. Yeah. And then so I'm like, okay, let me start the conversation. So I started the conversation with the guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I started just asking around. And then the guy is like, no. This specific one. So most of the people, so now because it was exciting, right?
Yeah.
Most of the people, the very guys that I asked for, who had posted on their Alibaba thing, right?
Yeah.
Who had posted CKD/SKD, were selling, I mean, they are not willing to sell below 100 units. I'm like, I don't have the money to buy 100
Yes.
100 units of this.
Because they're selling to manufacturers.
They're
yeah?
selling to manufacturers. Yes, that's their whole idea. You know, we
Yes.
sell to manufacturers. And then all the other people that you'd ask were like, no, you cannot, you're not capable of what? Of assembling this thing.
Yes.
So, because remember, in my head, it's the way we assemble motorcycles, right?
Yeah, so you're thinking
Yes, and
it should be easy.
yeah, with our motorcycles, yes, we do modifications on them, right? Yeah, but they are not as complex, right?
Yes.
So I kept wondering, why do these guys keep saying that this thing is so
hard?
So hard, yes.
Yeah.
And so so most of them kept declining, right? So I just kept asking around until I landed on one seller, and the guy was like, yeah, I can actually get it for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he shows me photos, and then that's why it was even more exciting. So I'm like, now it's even more exciting.
So I can actually see it even.
Yeah, so what I expected was something similar to what we do with tuk-tuks,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And now this guy is like, no, when you say what I actually mean by CKD is a complete bare metal thing. Now for me
Yes.
that was very exciting.
Because you get to actually build it from the ground up.
From the ground up, yes.
Yeah.
And so that's how the whole journey
So
is.
you have a design in mind. So what was like the shipping process like?
Shipping process was easy for me because I bought some things before on Alibaba and shipped them through various. Those days I used to use Maria's Cargo.
Yeah.
So I would bring in. I used to do. I still do installations of CCTV electrical
Yes, yes.
systems, right? And so I would buy things from China, and then I learned that from my previous workplace. So we'd buy
Yes.
things from China and then bring them in here. So shipping was actually very simple, right? For me, yeah, that was the thing that I wasn't actually bothered with because I already knew the companies that actually do
Will bring these things,
groupage
groupage,
ship.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
do groupage. So yeah, it was all about now how much would you charge me for this because I'd never done something this big before. Yeah, because when I saw, if you see the first parts of the video, you see this
Yes.
very big box like this that I put in there. Yeah, that's where everything came in.
So when these parts come, because now they are parts, it's not a car the way we see it now.
No.
When these parts come,
Yeah.
what's the first step you take?
Okay. So now here's the interesting part. So so I remember even during my conversation
Yes.
with the guy who was with the supplier, right? Is I had mentioned so many times that you need to send me, because now after he had shown me, because I saw the parts were very many. So I told him that you need to send me a video, right?
Of how to put
Of how to put the whole thing together, right? Because I'm in school, I have work, I don't have the time to
Yes.
start figuring out the thing from scratch. So I need a very quick thing, right?
Yes.
And so when the things come in, right? So you see when they've taken photos for you, you don't see how massive the whole thing is, right? You don't see all the parts,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
You just see some of the parts. So now you'll see like, like the side of the car, you'll see,
Yeah.
okay, that looks like the side of the car,
Yes.
that looks like the front of the car, that looks like the back of the car.
Yeah.
So in the photos, you actually assume that, okay, like those are, so the parts are few in the photos. So when the things come in here,
Then they're huge.
and
There are
then-
too many.
and then
too many
yeah,
bolts.
I wasn't there, and so my brother and his friends were the ones who are helping me offload.
Yeah.
So when I later on come in and I see the entire room where we had kept the whole thing is just packed like
A
this.
lot of things.
I'm like,
How am I going to put this together?
yeah. So that was the first thing. So I kept asking the guy for. So after that, I didn't even touch anything for I think about like 3 weeks, right? I didn't touch anything because I kept on the back and forth with the guy that
Yes.
I need the video.
So this is
right?
before he sends you the video.
No, yeah, this is before he sent me. So the car came in first. So the car even arrived in Uganda, right? Because it spent a long time in at
On the ship.
At the
On the
ship,
port.
at port, and then the whole clearance process was also it also took a bit of time, right? And so when the things finally arrive here,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I still hadn't received the assembly video, right? So the guy kept telling me that, no, I'll send you the video, I'll send you the video, I'll send you the video, right? And so I got to discover that he is actually also a go-between. He's not the actual.
He's a broker.
He's a broker. He's not he's not the actual
Yeah,
manufacturer of the parts. So he
Yes.
actually had no access. And the guys who are manufacturing didn't want to give him the video, right?
That's
Yeah.
like proprietary information.
Yeah, I think so, right? So they were like, the best I can do for you is to send you some photos, right, of an assembled car,
Yes.
right? So that's all that he sent me later on. So now that means the next part for me was to basically look at all these parts and start figuring out
What goes where.
What goes where? Yes.
I see in your videos, I see you welding.
Yeah.
Are there parts that you got locally? Is there anything you bought locally?
Yeah, there's some parts that I bought locally, but those are few, very few. So
Like what?
It's really small things. So I wanted a roof rack on it.
Uh-huh.
So I bought the roof, the entire.
Even-
I bought the sheets and the
Even
tubes.
put a guard.
yeah. And then I built a roof rack. So I
Yes.
thought, I think it would look nice with that, with a
With the
guard
guard,
on
yeah.
it. So
Eh.
I used now the guard, the steel cage
Yes.
that was used for assembling or like for packaging the whole parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I use for building the guards, the front and rear guards.
Yes.
I still have a lot of that steel, and it's very nice, high quality steel that I've never seen in Uganda. Yeah, so that's what I use. But also, the only parts that were missing on it were parts like, so the battery box,
Yes.
and where the seats are mounted.
Yes.
So that did not come, right? I think maybe the guys forgot to package it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I also bought locally and fabricated.
Yeah.
But otherwise, everything else
Came with a pack.
Yeah, it came with a pack. They came pre-stamped. Yeah, so all you had to do was now weld each of those parts. Yeah, and I think after that I had respect for anyone who tries to build a car.
That's why when we came here, we also said, okay, this dude put this thing together.
Yeah.
And it's solid.
Yeah.
So while you were building this car,
Yeah.
what are some of the most interesting moments that you had when you were building this car?
Oh, okay. There are quite many, but the most interesting one. So you see how in your head,
Yeah.
you're thinking that, okay, I think this part comes before this, right?
Yes.
And then you assemble and weld everything together. Of course, you just tack weld everything together.
Yeah.
And then after that, you figure out that, okay, this thing is not supposed to go here. Then you have now to start to
cut
cut.
it.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to cut down everything. So
And then you do.
especially at the front part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very it looks so simple out there, but putting that front together.
Yes.
I mean, I think I cut. I don't know how many times I
I
cut.
saw the cheetah Eve tiny car. Like, you guys saw the cheetah Eve green car.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was really interesting. So
Yeah.
that was that was one of. But at the end of it all, when you're done putting it all together, it's very exciting to know that that's a challenge that
Yeah.
I've solved. And then the other interesting part. So after I had now figured out everything and put everything in its place, there was this one piece that I failed to I don't know if I was tired for days. I just kept it in the store.
You don't know where it's going.
I don't know where it's going,
Eh.
right? And so I kept wondering. So one of those days, I was just seated with my wife. She was just there, looking at the whole thing. So I told her that there's this one thing that I've just failed
to figure
out. Yeah. Now
yeah.
my wife is into the education field. She knows
Yes.
nothing about engineering.
Yes.
And then she just looked at it, looked at the car, looked at it again, and was like, hey, how about there? And then I picked the thing, put it there, and it was fitting perfectly. I'd spent I don't know how many days, trying to figure out where to put that thing. So I think those were the exciting parts. And of course, the other exciting part is when you now put in everything, right? And then you actually start, because the battery. Oh, the other thing that my brother helped me was my brother does nice carpentry. I'll advertise for him.
Yeah, you should.
So he does nice carpentry. So he helped me build the battery box.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have the metallic cage around it, and then I wanted the wooden cage because the batteries, because I did not want any short circuits on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So just building that box and then having to now having to assemble all the cells, to make the battery pack, and then you power on everything, and everything is working.
And then it starts.
Yes, everything is working. That's exciting because you've got the thing in pieces. You don't know what will go wrong, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you just got an assurance from
The manufacturer.
Yeah, that everything is okay.
Yeah.
But the mere fact that you put in and you test and everything is actually working the way it is. And so I just want to applaud the gentleman that sold me the things, because everything, if I could say the things that were missing were about, I could say 0.0 maybe 1% is what was missing, but he made sure I tried to send everything.
Yeah.
Yes, everything. Of course, the process was long, between the time I paid and the actual time when he actually shipped everything, right? Because he's not the manufacturer, I think he also had to do back and forth, trying to make sure that. So I think I took, from the time I paid, I expected to get maybe the things to start moving within like 2 weeks. I think it took like about 2 months, right?
The anxiety.
Yeah.
Of thinking, will it come?
No, actually the anxiety wasn't there, because I know that I paid through, I didn't pay through maybe outside the Alibaba system.
Yeah, you paid through Alibaba.
Through Alibaba, so I know that in case anything happens, they'll refund my money. Yes, so yeah.
Did you ever feel like giving up?
Giving up, yes.
When?
Yeah, I think when I started, at that point when I'm now welding all the things together, right? And remember, when you've been seated in an office for a very long time,
Yes.
and you've spent about 3-4 years without actually doing actual welding, right? So you find that your welding is not as good, right? Yeah, so you have
My welding has never been good.
So you find that your welding is still so scratchy, and so you have to practice a number of times. And because you're joining very thin metal, right, very thin sheets together, so you'll find that it's very easy for you to blow holes through the whole thing. So at some point, I first did the first welds. They were not nice, so I had to go back, spend some time now practicing the welding, so at that point,
and with these ones, you don't leave patches. You have to do a straight weld.
Yeah, so there are places where I do straight weld. Then there are places where you can actually do what? Just tack welds in between. And then after a while, because they are sufficient to hold, right? Yes, so I think that was the point where I felt like, I think I need to give up. And I think because I also had the pressure of school. So, and the time I started on it was the season when I was going into my exams. So,
Yes. Yeah,
so
I
I felt like, giving up at that point. In fact, I think I just put it on hold for some time.
So how long from the time you get the parts, how long did it take you to actually know now it's complete and then test drive it?
Yeah, I think I took about close to 4 months, about 3.5 to 4 months. Yes.
And during the building process, how many hands do you have working with you?
I had my brother and his friend helping out.
Yeah.
But they're also not there most of the times. So there are times when you had to, of course, stop. You have to wait for them because there are certain parts that you need someone maybe to hold
help
for
you
you.
lift, yeah.
Yes, lift and all that. Yes. Yeah.
And was it more expensive than you predicted?
I think I didn't overthink about the price.
You did not at all?
No, I didn't. I didn't focus a lot on the price. Yeah, it's definitely at the end of the day, it's definitely more costly than if someone was to import it fully done. I think it would cost them less. But if I get to think about it, with the vehicle taxes that we pay and all that, I think you'd come to about the same price, so I could be slightly lower.
Lower, yeah.
Yes, I think I might be slightly lower.
And then, of course,
done the
I have
math
to
on
ask, I don't see a number plate.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle that?
Yeah, I thought about starting the number plate process because the car has everything.
You have a chassis number?
The chassis number, it comes because now the thing the guy helped me to do was, and I actually I didn't think about it.
You didn't think about it?
I didn't actually think about it at that time.
Yeah.
But he sent me a fully complete, so now the chassis, I didn't weld the entire chassis, right?
Yeah.
So what he did, he sent it for me already fully welded and it had the chassis number on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now that's
So that you can start the process.
so I can start the process, and then I have now, instead of having an engine number, I have a motor number, and I have a certificate from the manufacturer. Yeah, that contains everything. So even
Jerry.
the vehicle color.
Jerry. What happens with the safety testing?
With the safety testing. Well,
No, but even the buses here are not safety tested.
yeah, I don't think the buses are safety
Even
testing.
the lorries they build.
The lorries we built from here, the buses we built from here, none of them go through safety testing. Maybe now that we have this whole what's this thing? The Ministry of Works, the inspection
But
thing.
you think they inspect that? Everything they inspect you have.
Yeah, everything.
They
So
will
I
inspect
think
the lights, the braking
lights,
system.
the braking system.
Yeah.
I think for now,
Yeah.
that's what we are capable of doing as a country.
Yes, yes.
And I think we shouldn't over frustrate ourselves in trying to complicate things. Because if we tell all the bus manufacturers that you have to first take your bus through a crash test.
Yeah. Even I think even ours, the cheetah buses, they don't go through crash testing.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing.
And having gone through this process, yeah, do you think you would want to build another one?
Yeah, I think
A bigger one?
Yeah, most likely bigger.
Like what size? Like a Kaundo size?
No, definitely not. So again, my whole thinking right now, and now that I built this, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about two things. One is affordability, right? That if at all maybe this were to turn into a business,
yes.
and someone wants to say, okay, I would want to buy your car, right?
Yes.
Number one, I'd want it to be affordable, right?
Yeah.
And then number two, I'd still want it to. Right now, I think I wouldn't over focus on range.
On the range of the battery.
Yeah, that I need maybe a car that goes from here, takes me to Mbarara, brings me back.
Yeah.
I'd probably still focus on maybe 80
Town runs.
Town runs, yes.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, an average Ugandan that owns a car, if you look at the number of kilometers they make on
They
average,
normally do about 20-30
kilometers.
Yeah.
So so that's maybe where I would be thinking. Yeah.
And while you are building this, do you have a certain set of skills that or knowledge that you think helped you, and that if someone that wants to do this doesn't have those skills or knowledge, they should not try?
Yeah.
Me, I can't. I have put things apart, and I saw 20 bolts there. I've put the thing back, and I have a balance of 6. So definitely I can't.
I saw you doing the starlet. I think you did a very nice job.
I actually had help. I always had people there, and they would tell me, "Katika okay bidde." Katika no, I always had people there, but alone, I think I would definitely forget. So, what are those skills and knowledge that people should make sure they have before they start trying to attempt this?
Yeah, I think one, you still need definitely you need the electrical knowledge. Yeah,
Yes,
because how to put the entire battery together.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that you might be capable of doing. Yeah, but now unless you're going to buy a battery pack that is already fully assembled, right?
This wasn't.
No, this one here, to put the cells together and then connect them up. So you just need a bit of, but now this is something you can check out on YouTube. You know, so many people do.
YouTube gives us a lot of information, but the attention span, you'll be doing what YouTube has told you, and then a TikTok notification comes.
Oh yeah, I understand. So, but now for me, because this is
you're already an engineer.
Yes, and I've had now 5 years experience, you know, building electric motorcycles and putting together batteries, and so that's one of the advantage that I think I have, which most people, especially in Uganda, will not have, because I think Gogo is the only one that assembles their batteries from scratch. You know, yes, from scratch. They bring in raw cells, and then you start putting up, you know, building the entire battery. You build the cage for it, you test it, take it through different machines.
So you had this.
So I had that experience. Yes. So that gave me an advantage. Definitely, I think your motor vehicle, a little bit of motor vehicle skills, not a lot of them. I think even you know, these if you go to garages, these boys here that help,
yes,
I think they can do a lot in here. Why? Because the suspension was very simple, right? It has the old design of suspension. The steering system is very simple, nothing complex, right? So it's a really, I think that's why they are that cheap, right?
Yes.
In China, these things here go for $800, $900, fully complete. I don't know how those guys do it.
And then how much do you pay for tax? Shipping and tax?
So I do not know, right? But based on what I spent, yes. So I don't have the breakdown right now in my
Don't
head.
even share with them. They should come to you.
Yeah. So you'll find that the system is actually very simple, right? So one, I think the guy, the
person that sent you the one you bought from? Yeah,
so the systems are very simple. So apart from the electrical knowledge, some bit of, so I don't think it's too complex. Yeah, I think it's something.
For you as an engineer?
Okay, maybe for me, right?
Yeah,
maybe I'm looking at it from a different lens. Okay, maybe compared to when I try to put apart the vits and dismantle the entire engine
and then put it
back together, and then it worked. So I think that was way too complex than having to build this, because I think if you have good welding skills, right, and you just have a little bit of analytical skills to know that, okay, I think this goes here.
Concentration.
I think you can. It can be pulled.
Do you think Uganda has the potential to actually start building such cars if they put their mind to it?
Yeah, I think. Why
don't you guys at Google start building?
Yeah, because again, at the end of the day, we have to look at the market, right? What the market is demanding for. Right now, our market is demanding for cheap mobility, which an average Ugandan can actually afford, right? Yes, and that's right now. That's
so if you were to sell this car, how much would it cost?
That's a question I think that I haven't really put my head around.
Okay, maybe in the future you'll tell us. But what has the public reaction been to this car so far?
Yeah, so when I dropped it on, I put it on YouTube. Actually, we first put it on TikTok, right?
Yes.
My brother, I didn't know anything. That was my first time to use TikTok.
Yes.
So I've not been on TikTok because I always felt like, okay,
It's for unserious people.
No,
Say it.
It's no, it's not for unserious people. But I felt
Yeah.
like it take up a lot of my time, right? Because there's a lot that happens on TikTok that is very good, right?
Yeah.
People are doing lots of businesses. People can now, sell their products to a variety of people, right? So it's a good platform.
Yeah.
So I put it on TikTok, and all of a sudden it just that's like people were
Amazed.
Yes, and now
Yeah.
for me on my side, that's something that I wasn't really, I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect that people would actually be that amazed, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, because
It is.
for me, in my head, I'm like, okay, there are more, if people who have dealt with cars know how cars are very complicated, so I'm doing a very simple thing. Yeah, and so I was actually shocked
Yeah.
at the reactions, right? And then later on, when we dropped it on YouTube, and then you start getting visibility from other countries, and you start
Yeah.
seeing comments from other countries, I'm like, hey, even the people in very developed countries,
I'm surprised.
are surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's African.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
But even them, they don't actually build.
Yeah.
So if you had more support, what would you improve first?
Definitely, I think around it's everything to do with the powertrain, right? Yes, definitely motor.
Because it's fully electric.
Yeah, so I would probably upgrade it, give it a bigger motor, because when I drove it around, I didn't like
The power.
I didn't like the power. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think maybe because when you drive a big car and now you come to this one here, it feels like we are dragging along the way.
Yeah.
But if you can think about it, if you can keep up with the pace of traffic,
Yeah.
then you're okay,
You,
right?
you eventually you get used to it.
Yes, you get used to it. Yeah.
And then would you encourage young people to try building
Yes.
something like this?
Yes, I definitely would. Why? Because I feel like right now we are so scared about so many things, right? Yeah, everything, and I guess that's why we are not progressing in terms of technology and skills wise. We see the moment they bring for you, for example, a drone, right?
Yeah.
And then you see the thing flying in air, and then you try to, maybe yours gets spoiled and you open it up, and then you see how complex the circuitry is.
Yeah.
You just give up, right? Yeah, so I think that's the impression we get when you take your car to the mechanic, right? And then the mechanic tells you, I need to put it on a computer, I need to do this. It starts using very difficult jargon here and there. You find that your thing is that you're going to get scared and try to run away from the thing.
Yes.
And yet, if we try to do small things, right, then we get the confidence to try and attack the bigger things, right? But if we keep shying away from the simple things, then we'll never get the confidence to do the what? The more complex things. So for me, it's like every young guy, if there's something that you in whatever field it is, medicine, what if there's something you want to try out, right? You need to try it out.
In a project
at a smaller scale.
Yeah, in a project like this, what do you think matters more? Money, tools, or the mindset?
I think that maybe all matter.
but what matters most? Because there are things like, if someone asked me, Arthur, what does it take for you to start a YouTube channel? I would say determination.
Yeah.
Like someone would start with a camera. We didn't start with the camera we have here.
Yeah.
I didn't start with a team.
Yeah.
Now we have a team.
Yes.
But the determination to actually start.
Yeah.
So what would you say pushed you more? Is it because you had the money?
No, not necessarily. I think it was more of, I think the mindset is very critical. Why? Because you will either give up on it, or because I can have so many nice ideas that sometimes I never get to implement, right?
Yeah.
So it means that your biggest blocker is actually your mind. Yes, and yourself, right?
And I'm sure there's some people that have more money than you.
Yeah, definitely.
More skill than you.
Yeah.
And they would think, okay, can I even do that?
Uh-huh.
And before we go to the car itself, if the government fully supported innovators like yourself, what would be the first thing you ask for? And it could be, it doesn't have to be the Ugandan government, it could be the UK government, it could be the US government. If they just decided we're going to put a fund together for Ugandan innovators, what would be the first thing you ask for?
Wow. So I think one is just exposure.
Exposure.
Yes. Yeah, I think we are not exposed as much. Yeah. So exposure could mean like I'll give you a very frustrating thing that I found when I went to university. Is that I went expecting to come out as a very skilled, you know, because the reason I chose Chambogo was because everyone would tell me that it's a hands-on. Then when I get there, I got shocked, right? One, we're using very outdated equipment that was donated to us by probably the guys who in 1960s, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then when we got to doing now more advanced things, right? Because already number one, we're using old equipment, right? And yet the world has advanced to computerized equipment and all that. Then when you get to the computerized equipment, we don't even have a lab size one, right? For us to practice on. Right? So at the end of it all, when I'm coming out, I'm really coming out, but I'm really green, right? I don't know what to do. So I could say, most of the experience you're going to get from what? From your workplace.
From the field.
Yes, and so it is very, very crucial for us as especially Ugandans, is that I think one of the key things we need is just to be exposed, right? Then so that by the time you give me the money, right? I know how to use it well. Exposure not only in terms of skill, okay, it's all skills, but also if you give me the money, am I actually capable of starting the business and running it as a successful business? So I need someone, I need you to expose me to mentorship, right? People who are like, before you start throwing lots of money on me, who has mentored me?
I've seen that.
Yeah, who has mentored me? Otherwise, tomorrow I'll make your prototypes. After that, I cannot account for all the money. Yes. Or I cannot move from the prototype to making
full production.
Yes, to full production, or maybe for what they call to start up a proof of concept that I can put out on the market to get some feedback, right? Yeah, but you've poured lots of money on me, so I think it's very crucial. I think we need to be exposed. We need to be exposed to what are other people doing in other countries. How is it possible that you find very young people at the age of 16, 17, right? And they're already capable of starting up their businesses, and the businesses explode, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right? And they're doing very complex things. If you look at most of the companies we see today, you know, you're using DJI, you know, the mics you're using, you know, when the first prototype of the drone came out, he was in school, right?
Yeah.
As a very young guy, right? So there's something that he was exposed to that we do not have access to. So I think we just need to be educated in that area before they dump a lot of money on us.
Thank you very much. Now
You're welcome.
Let's go look at the car itself. He's going to take us around the car, show us what's special about this, and then we'll learn eventually. And then, will you take us on the road?
No problem.
Do traffic officers stop you?
I've never.
Or they just stop you to converse? with the starlet, traffic officers stop me and they say, so you guys made it new. They don't ask for anything else. Have they ever stopped you?
No, not really.
You just go?
But because I think I still have that fear in me, so I don't really overtake.
Take it on the road?
Yes. So most of the time it's just seated at home.
You should get a number plate for this thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a number plate.
And then we start, now that it has a chassis, you haven't attempted?
No, I haven't yet attempted, but I guess I will. I had some things that I was actually going to do it in December, and then I had some things that came
and now
up.
it's election.
So I'm like, let it first sit.
So let's go to the car and then explore it.
For the love of cause Uganda, on the streets the story's right. All the new they shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benz, or Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got a tale. Village right to city scale. We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land.
So what name did you give this car? And I saw it opens with a key. Show us how it opens.
So
It's amazing.
It's very interesting.
It's
Oh, the keys are already in the car.
let's see how it opens.
So one of the things that I found very exciting is the key itself.
It looks like a Mercedes.
Yeah,
Benz
it looks
key.
like a Mercedes case. You know those old Benz keys that flip out, eh?
Yeah.
And then for the price of this car, you find that they even give you a key, like basically keyless entry. So I found that very interesting that you can
it has closed.
lock and
Wait. Let me give them the sound. Do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I found exciting. Yeah, although when I asked someone from China, he told me that specific province where they make this is that the competition is very tight, right?
So they have to do really nice things.
Yes, and then you find that the price point is very low. Yeah, so that's where the rest of us benefit. So as you can see, it's tiny.
What's here?
So this is the battery box.
Battery?
Yes.
Box.
Yes.
So you sit on the battery.
So we're basically seated on the battery. Yeah. So basically, it's very simple.
It has wipers and everything.
It has wipers. It has.
It even has washer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it has that washer fluid.
So what is this? SC?
So this. So you can get a version that comes with AC, right? But because I was on a budget, so I didn't bother getting the AC. But I think
So you
now
have open roof.
So yeah, you just slip this in, and then
And then push out, and
Yes.
then you get air.
and then you get
And
air.
then
But
this
it also has those
fans.
fans, yeah, that help us.
to now these fans take out. the
Yeah,
heat.
I think they take out. No, they actually blow in.
Yeah, they blow.
They blow in. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
what the fans are for.
And this, what's this?
Oh, this is this is a heater for the windscreen.
Hey,
Yeah, so
when it's raining.
Yeah, when it's raining, it gets frosted up. So it's like a real car.
It's actually a real car. So, and then this is our gear lever
So
here.
this is our gear lever. So right now we're in drive. That's neutral, and then once you go in reverse, so
the reverse
get
camera
the
also
back
shows.
camera comes in.
And then, so where is parking?
So parking, so neutral, and then you have a parking brake over here.
So it doesn't have a parking mode on the gear lever.
No, there's no parking mode on the gear.
So when you're parking, you leave it in neutral?
Yeah, you can leave it in neutral, you can leave it in drive. So this, because it's an electric motor, it doesn't really matter. Yes.
And then this, you can.
Oh, so now this is I don't know if you've seen on tuk-tuks, they have a climbing gear, right? Because these things are given a very small motor, right? So in order for it to go up the hill, so you shift and then it engages at the climbing gear. So now you're capable of climbing over
You're going
a hill.
to show us that.
Yeah, so that's how this lever works. So you just
And then the window can go down.
and it can go up.
Up. And then you have storage here.
You have storage in here, yeah.
And then storage in
here.
here.
You have storage in there, and then
Let me just look behind here. So behind here, you actually have some good leg room. And then behind there, it's not electric glasses. Yes, me, I would actually prefer these ones because these don't die.
Those don't die.
They don't die. And then you have good headroom, yeah? You have very good headroom. And it seems we have a boot.
Yeah, let me just open that.
Yeah, it seems we have a boot.
Sorry,
the boot. And a spare tire box.
yeah, you have a spare tire box.
And there's a spare tire.
There's a spare tire. So just open this. There's one more here.
Like a Land Cruiser.
Yeah, so.
And then we lock it back. And in Kampala, you have to put padlocks here. The thieves will steal even things they won't use.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have a boot. Do the seats incline?
Yes, they do.
And then you have extra space here.
So if you want to carry more stuff, that
push it.
even goes all the way in.
So the thing that amazed me with this car is how you figured out they didn't have bolts here because you used silicone here.
The bolts are in, yeah, so I sealed in here because you don't want water to get in, yes.
The glasses came with the car?
The glasses
even
came with the car.
the front one?
Yeah, even the front with the windshield.
So what do you have here?
So in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you see, it looks like a Range Rover here. Looks like a Range Rover.
Yeah, so
there's nothing.
There's basically nothing, so it's really empty. So maybe you can add some sheeting
and then
over
you
there.
have a frank.
Yeah,
budget
yes,
frank.
Frank, huh?
So this is washer fluid.
That's washer fluid, yes.
And then this is an inverter.
So this is a converter.
Converter.
Yeah. So from a DC converter from 60 volts, drops it down.
Wait. I have to process these things. Eh?
Yeah.
So this car has a battery.
That's a battery, yes.
Which you charge at home.
Which I charge at home.
And the battery powers the motor.
Yeah.
Through this?
No, so it has at the back will open up and then we'll see a controller at the back that controls the motor. Yes.
Ah. Yeah. So what does this do then?
So remember the battery runs runs 60 volts, right? So but your lighting system runs on 12. Right? So now this will convert to basically step down from the 60, bring it down to 12 to power up the rest of these accessories.
And then come see, we have shock absorbers here. This is a shock absorber here.
Yeah, that's a shock absorber.
It's smaller than a Bajaj thing.
Yeah.
And then we have a spring here.
You have a spring, yeah.
Can you upgrade this and make it like a monster?
Yeah, I think so. I've
you just have to increase the battery capacity.
Yeah, I have to increase the so you don't.
This is the horn.
Yeah, that's the horn.
And these are hydraulics?
Yeah, so that's the braking system. So that's the master cylinder.
So where do you pour the...
So the brake fluid, so you just open. So it's like those bikes, you know, those big bikes with their brake system.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just open these two bolts and then you pour in the brake fluid.
Did you weld these things? Welded these?
So the only thing, so now, as I said, the chassis, I didn't weld.
So which is the chassis here?
So this frame over here. So it runs all the way from the front up to the back of the car.
Ah, that can
so your chassis number is in here.
Ah, so you have a chassis tag.
Yeah.
You guys should get a number plate and start driving this thing. People will be envious. Yeah. Ah, so you just have to make a frank here.
Yeah.
And then have you seen the tiny tires? Okay, how do you say the sizes of this?
So it's
tire?
It's 510. Where is it? Here, 510. Yeah. 10-inch rim, and then.
So how much pressure do you put in this car?
I've never I've never taken it for pressure. So
you've never
no, but the pressure should be written somewhere here.
No, normally it's shown on the tag in the car.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
But I also know that it should be written somewhere here. But I'll figure it out.
So let's look behind. You promised to show me something behind here.
Ah, okay. Yes, put this. So in here.
So this is you call this a what?
That's a controller. So this is basically what controls the motor. Tells the motor what to do.
This car should be countable. It has springs both in the... You know, you can actually make this car bigger, like higher.
Yeah.
Because of the way the suspension is set up.
Yes, yes, you can.
So the battery puts here.
Yes.
Where is the actual motor now?
The motor is actually... Well, we can't see it from here. But it's runs on... You see this diff here?
Yeah.
And squeezing, you can see it from the other side.
The differential
down.
Here.
Yeah.
So this car is rear wheel drive?
It's rear wheel drive. Yeah, so you can drift.
So let's go driving.
Reviews teams, we break it down. Helping every driver in the town. For the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road where rubber meets the soul. For the love of cars, Uganda.
It's actually quite comfy. That's what I told you. Like the suspension, the way the suspension is built.
Yeah.
The way the suspension is built, it's going off a hump properly.
Yeah.
The way the suspension is built, it gives you the playfulness, yeah?
Yeah.
The playfulness of It has even cleared that one. And then that's a speed meter.
Yeah, it has a speed meter on it.
You put speakers in here.
Yeah, there's a speaker which I've never tested really.
Let me see.
Although I think that Bluetooth radio is the worst there could ever be.
It's a budget radio.
It's a budget radio. I think it was meant to just show you the reverse camera. That's the best part that it does.
And it's in Chinese. That's
Yeah, and
the
it's
thing.
in Chinese. Oh, it's not touch screen, it uses some of those. So.
So how long does it take to charge?
Right now, I have a very tiny charger that takes about how many hours? Like 7 hours
To charge?
Yeah, it's a very tiny 5-amp charger, but with the kind of cells that I put in it, I can even go up to like a 15, 10 amp, 15, even a 20 amp charger will work very well, and that will slash down that time significantly. The shocker I had was when that time when I was just reading about these cars here in China. They're called, I think, Lao Touli, something of that kind, and they are. By the time I was reading about, there are 30 million cars of this kind. 30 million in China
That are being driven in China.
Yeah, small cars like this. 30 million. And I checked out, and then I was just curious, how many cars do you have in Uganda? Of course, that data wasn't there. But
We have about
aggregated
between 200 to 300,000.
Yes. Now imagine, these alone are 30 million in China.
China has a very huge population.
Yeah. And they are popular among let's say young people and among rural areas. Farmers and young people, and then some elderly people. Why? Because in China, you don't need a driver's license for you to drive this. It's considered a low-speed car, so you don't need a driver's license. You don't need you don't need a registration plate. So you just buy and immediately start driving. So even if you don't know how to drive,
And you drive on normal roads.
you drive on normal roads. So that's why they are so popular.
Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, not just the horsepower. Is it a no or a TX ride? We'll show you what's real. No.
It accelerates like a real car. And of course, me, I'm driving it faster than you.
Yeah.
And you see, the double indicator is here.
Yeah.
This red
So
thing.
now you can see those.
So that's the double indicator. Yes, sir. And then this is the horn.
Yeah. Sounds like
Tuku.
sounds like a motorcycle.
Yeah. And how are you dealing with the fact that it's a right-hand drive?
Okay. Now that's an interesting part. So
It's a left hand. Yeah,
it's
left
a
hand.
left-hand drive. So that was a mistake. I didn't really think about it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
now-
they sent you what is normal for them.
Yes.
Because I'm sure they could have flipped up
Yes.
the dashboard.
Yes.
Yeah, now I see why they should not be asking you for a driving permit.
Yeah. Now when you're going up a hill, you're basically. So now that's why when you ask, I say the first thing you'd probably think of upgrading
Is the motor.
is the motor. Yes.
But for people that live in town, like there are people that lives in Bukoto, works in Ntinda.
Yeah.
This car is sufficient.
Yeah. It will do.
Besides, in Ntinda, Bukoto, the jam is like, you can't
Yeah.
go beyond this speed either.
Yes.
I love how it dances. Me, I like comfortable cars. It's one of the reasons why I cannot manage those very old cars. I love cars, but some of those very old cars are not comfortable. They are stiff.
Yeah.
I like a car that dances with the potholes. And I think some people, that's why they like the Land Cruisers. Did you come from that place?
Yeah, we came from that rock.
So some of the people that like the Land Cruisers, they like them because they dance with the potholes.
Yeah.
Truth or just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. From dusty roads to green helping every driver in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cause Uganda. Pre-party.
So we have had a very nice run with Jerry here.
Yeah.
So Jerry, we have a car that is running. You say you have to go to the Ministry of Works to get approval, and then you get your number plate because you already paid taxes of this car.
Yeah.
What are the plans for the future after you've accomplished all this?
All right. Right now, I think we'll first put this on the road, do some upgrades to it, the drivetrain and here and there, and then we'll see what
The future holds?
what the public has to say about it.
I think everyone likes it. While we were driving, you saw people asking, what car is that? What car is that?
Yeah.
And I personally, I think I really wish you would produce a bit more. I know people would buy them.
Yeah.
And you've not shared the pricing with these people, but the price that you have shared with me, if you can produce like this car at the price you've told me, I'm thinking a lot of people will be willing to buy this car, especially for taking kids to school, buying stuff from the supermarket, from the market, especially those small distances. I'm thinking they'll definitely buy them. It doesn't cost a lot more than a motorcycle, yet it's safer than a motorcycle.
Yeah, definitely safer.
And it's much more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then I'd love to see at the time when you buy one that has air conditioning.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now you can feel the heat.
Especially when you're stopping. The power is not that much, but I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a time when you can probably upgrade this one and show us the bigger battery, bigger motor version. See the speed, and for me, I believe that there is nothing that we would do that doesn't take us far.
Yeah.
Business-wise, I hope, because you're an engineer and you have been doing this, I really hope that you can think about doing this for business.
All right.
And then making money out of it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for giving us the
so
chance to visit you and giving me the chance to actually experience this car.
Yeah.
I thought I'd love to invite you to our hybrid electric workshop. It's happening in April. It would be nice to have this car on display and then have people interact with you there.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first in Uganda that is open to everyone that is interested in either buying a hybrid or electric car. It'd also be nice for people to experience it. Say something to our people as we say bye to them.
All right. Thank you so much for the time, and to your beloved audience, I just want to say I tried.
And you did it. You didn't try, you did it.
Yeah, and I want to thank everyone who supported me through the entire journey, right? Yes, my wife, my brother and his friends. Yeah, my brother just brought his friends, and his friends were such a big help.
And I'm sure they were really excited to work on this project.
Yes, they were very excited, although they were also busy with other stuff. But I want to thank them so much. And let's see what the future holds.
Right. Thank you very much. So guys, until next time, let's wish Jerry all the best as he goes on to develop this thing even further, and probably one time one of you guys will end up buying this car. It's the most affordable car in Uganda. He has told me the price he hasn't, but I'm telling you, this would be the most affordable car in Uganda. Well, until next time, ciao.